Hello, and welcome back to our 59th episode of the Labyrinth of Thieves campaign. We are your hosts and storytellers here from Wanderlustdnd, ready to dive into tonight's episode. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel as we post new episodes every other Wednesday. So last game, we picked up right in the heat of battle between you and the Chemtech mercenaries from the Iron Hive gang. With one party member down, another very low on health, you all pulled out the stops, with Tarlin offering aid and support. Cord, the Chemtech enforcer, tossed a new device your way, which caused a disruption of the arcane for any magic user that was in its vicinity. But this advantage was short-lived when the recently revived Al dropped her into a 20-foot hole. Gizmo parkoured across the bath, and he and Haytrix started firing all they had into the hole, cracking the edges of the pool. With water funneling in, Gizmo and Haytrix watched as Cord injected Chemtech straight into her bloodstream and empowered her strikes, which fell amiss amongst Gizmo's empowered armor. She just couldn't hit him. Artrin summoned his spectral dragon and burned through the rest of the Iron Hive sharpshooters, while Caché and Tarlin executed the rest, leaving one gang member alive and badly injured. A short interrogation, which involved putting the poor man's head in the mouth of the spectral dragon. You all learned that someone had unnamed to the Iron Hive from the True Foundation had put a hit out on Haytrix, and Tarlin knew about it. This sparked a conflict between the recently reunited crew as Tarlin tried to defend his actions to a hurt Haytrix. With tension still high, Haytrix decided she would rather remain with Caché and leave Tarlin behind. So, welcome aboard, Jane, officially to the podcast. Like, boo.
Yay!
Everybody's clapping.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're all muted.
Everyone's muted, though.
So, as you all gather your armors and weapons and prepare to leave the rebel leader behind to pick up the mess in the bathhouse, Gizmo and Artrin had a heart-to-heart regarding what comes next and called the group's morals into question. But this was a topic for later, perhaps, when it's safe, whenever that might be. So, Trauma Team, newly acquired member of said Trauma Team, where are you all headed to hunker down? Where is safe?
Didn't we already get back to?
We got back and
We talked to Lyraxis and everything, and we'd already got back into the
I
thing.
have no idea where I was going with that recap. Yeah. Okay, cool. You just get back to, yeah, that's right. You were up with your Fyrefly, and I think you put the tower up, didn't you?
Yeah.
put the tower up. I think
Cool.
we'd all even taken a long rest and done the bits we needed to for the night.
Yeah.
So my
Yeah.
super scary music was super silly.
Well, it's practically heist time, though.
Go back to the regular music. Sorry, this is what I was talking about, guys. I think I'm just scatterbrained tonight, so we're just that's what's gonna happen. Okay, so the heist, I believe, or the hours that you were supposed to do this heist, it's pretty early in the morning. Those of you who need 8 hours can get your 8 hours, just about. And you can choose your spells. I think some of you are choosing your spells, so you should be all good there.
I think I'm locked in now.
Yeah,
You're set and locked in? Okay. Haytrix. You acquired a sending stone from what you then learned to be Enya. But before it was Enya, it was just a contact. And the two of you would share information together. That sending stone vibrates in your pocket.
Okay, I'll interact with it.
Okay. You hear familiar voice. I know I'm the last person you want to hear from right now, but I can't shake there being bad blood between us Tricks. Not after all we've been through. I hope one day you can understand why I did what I did. But until then, try not to get yourself killed with that new crew. Tarlin over and out.
Haytrix is just gonna, like, caress isn't the word, but like just kind of like rub her thumb over the stone, kind of, and just like that's kind of her way of acknowledging a pretty shit apology, but it's a Terlin apology. She's used to it. You know, they used to do it all the time. Back in training when he'd throw his punches a bit too hard with her. So she just will happily just place it back in the pocket. No response needed. And she'll carry on admiring and drooling over the Fyrefly.
Okay. Very good. Very good. Artrin, you also have a vibrating sending stone in your pocket. Yes. You hear message coming through. Artrin, where the hell are all of you? You're not here with the Fyrefly anymore. I have vital information I must share with you before we leave tonight. I think it's 23 words. Where are we again?
Well, we're in the warehouse near there, so...
You would remember where you left, where you parted ways was the garage that you actually paid for in the red light district, and then is now destroyed by the mushrooms. Yeah. Okay. Kind of give like half directions. Good 20 minutes later, because it takes a bit of time, he does show up outside of this new secreter warehouse. You kind of hear the knock on the outside. Do any of you know what's going on out there? The entire city is locking itself down.
No idea.
Right.
Yes,
Is that why you moved the... Kael'Voss kind of looks at you and then eyes scan and meet Haytrix. Haytrix, what you see before you, or who you see before you, is what appears to be a Goliath, but quite a lot shorter. They're probably about the same height as you. Balding, they have the tattoos. There is a little bit of a kind of an arcane blue tone to their eyes. Just this kind of icy blue. He's wearing heavy armor, it seems, or like, you know, pretty heavy plating. And he's just kind of looks at you. Who is this?
Haytrix.
Right. I mean, while it's lovely to meet you, and he looks at you, Haytrix, forgive my forwardness. Is it a good idea to just add new members this close to departing?
Worked with her for years.
And I can trust her with this vital information?
Of course.
Right. Okay. Very well. Have you informed her of what we're doing tonight, or should I start from the beginning?
Can't remember. Haytrix, how much do you know?
Ye actually haven't told me anything. I've actually just been quite trusting, actually.
We told
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. we don't have a lot of time to get you up to speed, so I'll talk quickly if that's okay. I am from a guild called the Ether Watch, Order of the Ether Watch, actually, and we look after things to deal with the planetary changes of this world and keeping the dragons alive and making sure magical bloodlines are protected. You get the gist. I am trying to stop another guild called the Knights of the Emberfall, and they are there to eradicate the dragons and said magical bloodlines. They have currently stolen a dragon egg. I have hired or brought on this crew to help me retrieve it, but it is on an airship, which I hope that these individuals will be the expertise on.
You're looking for expertise? Look no further. Best ship engineer in the city. Which means the world.
Haytrix just kind of has a little, like, like, while trying to keep a bit of a military stance, like, you know, her back is straight, her legs are locked out, but it's kind of like a tee.
Brilliant. Well, then even better. Maybe I was too quick to judge. I apologize. It's just been a very long night, and I have received information on who we pursue tonight. His name is Inquisitor Pyra. He's a very dangerous member of the inner circle of the Knights of the Emberfall. He's a fanatic, obsessed with tracking down powerful magical objects called the Crystal Blood Bonds. Have you heard of any of these?
Have any of our characters heard about them?
You all have.
Yes.
We met someone with one.
Did we?
Yeah.
Silverlight.
Inside.
Oh, yes, yes.
I doubt I
forgot
know
that
anything
counted
anyway.
as one.
No, Haytrix, I wouldn't say you would.
This was nose.
I would say I actually don't. Oh, Artrin, you would have met Fenris for a time. Yeah, I think you would have. You would know that that Fenris had a very powerful weapon. I do believe she did mention before that it was a Crystal Blood Bond. You know, you also, as your connection being a Dragonborn, you know that there is a dragon spirit trapped within that blade. That was very, very clear.
Yes, of the broken blade.
You still have the broken blade, yes. So yeah, he'll kind of look to all of you. Have you heard of these before? I can talk about them a little bit more, but they're, I think there's a sword or two. There's a crossbow. They're usually weapons to kill dragons.
I think we heard of them.
Somewhat familiar.
Somewhat familiar. Okay. Well, the Ether Watch has been working very closely to secure these objects. If they fell into the wrong hands, especially Emberfalls, I couldn't imagine what would happen.
To clarify, so we know the kind of macro plan here of retrieve the egg, get it to you. What do you want to see done to these people? The ones flying the ship, the ones coming in.
I mean, honestly, it'd be better if they were all dead. But I wouldn't expect any of you to murder innocent people if you don't know firsthand what they're capable of or what they've done. But the Knights of the Emberfall are dangerous individuals. And we could already be too late with the egg. But if they potentially have one of these objects on board, which my sources say they might, we need to be very, very careful.
Okay. Thanks for answering. I just wanted to check.
You need to take the ship, though. So what do we do with the crew afterwards?
I couldn't tell you if they're wanted within the city of Manira, but they are wanted elsewhere, I'm sure. They don't work in the cities, you see. They are more of in the wilds. Like us. I have faced Pyra before. He has a particular hatred for draconic descendants, and he will be surrounded by some of the most powerful people in the guild. They will fight till the end.
And where does this hatred come from? What's their purpose? Why target them in particular?
I believe it's because of their connection to the dragons. The Knights of the Emberfall are followers of the 5 original keepers of the Age of Skyfire. There's even rumor that they commune with them. These ancient warriors long gone, their spirits tied to vessels within this guild. So they are driven by a hatred for the dragons because of the age.
A prejudice born out of history?
Yes. Do you see
Okay.
dragons flying freely throughout the world? They are part of the reason why there are so few.
I think we try not to be unduly cruel, but it sounds like it would be better to deal with them. Especially, I can't think of a better way if it comes to wanting to take the ship. Which, Caché, if you could remind me, why do we need the ship?
To the supplies, and I want one.
Okay.
For the sake of having a larger ship.
I think it would benefit us.
How do we bring it in? To rearrange that with Darlin?
I was going to do that just before we left.
Could we store it somewhere in the wilds? We know where to
Yeah,
get it.
you learned of 2 areas. Tarlin and Haytrix explained to you that there were kind of like 2 places that you could
Drop off
potentially
points.
hide a ship. Yeah.
Well, to me it sounds like if we deal with them, it's a net positive. If we take the ship in, we can distribute the goods, and that's also a net positive. I guess this is what we're doing.
Do it?
So we're not trying to kill them all.
No, we more than likely will have to if they're going to react the way we think they're going to react.
Yes. This
It
isn't
seems
a no
reasonable.
witness job. This is just
If they surrender, we're not
we're taking the
execution.
ship. Yeah.
Even if they're really dangerous.
Then they deserve a trial.
Of course.
To have them killed by a higher authority? I mean... potentially, yes, but we are a small coalition, hence why I'm hiring out. But I will be honest with you. The rest of the Knights of the Emberfall, I'm not even going to try to lie. I'm going to kill anyone who gets in my way. This guild will kill me on sight. This battle has been going on for years. What we stand for, what we represent. If Pyra wants a fight, I plan to either throw him off the ship or break his teeth in.
Fighting for.
Okay.
Don't die.
Sounds like a good plan.
Okay.
Haytrix, are you okay to take over as chief engineer with regards to the ship? I just feel like your expertise is far more geared towards it than mine.
I mean, how could I say no? to such an honor, actually. So, fuck yeah.
That's what I wanted to hear.
Hooray.
Caché will stand up, kind of walk into the middle of the group, put her fist out, and just be like, I know that the last while has been strenuous for us all, but we're the trauma team. So
Fist bump.
I'm sorry, both
Awkwardly.
times.
It was a second hit for
It was so funny.
It's just Gizmo walking into the ship in the background.
It's so good.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
just making a moment. Don't worry about it. Yeah, it's fine.
Sorry,
Artrin.
I really tried to contain myself. I couldn't.
Here we go. That was fantastic. Okay, sorry, Caché.
we can edit this part out.
Yeah. Repeat. What did you want to do?
Caché will stand up, walk into the middle of the group, put her fist out, and say, I know the last few days have been stressful, but in order to do this, we'll have to do it as a team. The trauma team. What you say?
Wait, that's what you called yourselves?
Yes. The
The
teeth.
TTs.
Ah. TTs, okay.
Trademark pending.
I'll shake Caché's fist.
Thanks, Al.
I'll
Oh.
stack
Yes,
my
yes.
fist on top of Caché's fist.
I'll
Is that
put my
everybody
hand
in?
on top.
Oh, Gizmo.
Oh, I see what we're doing now. And then I'll also place my hand on top.
Kael'Voss will awkwardly start to reach out for you, and then stop, and then like.
No, come on.
Dude.
You might as
All
well.
right.
We're all in the same danger up there, so.
Yeah.
Live together, die together, eh?
Actually, I might be able to help a little bit more. I have these, and he's gonna pull out blueprints, schematics. They're not blue, so I apologize. But let's just see if they come up for you.
Ooh.
Ah, yes,
Tasty.
sepia prints.
Yeah. But basically, he has a schematic of a kind of a general Class C frigate from the Dynasty. So immediately, those who are inclined who've looked at ships before would know that the Dynasty ships are a little bit further. They're a little bit more. They're a little bit more like a giant water ship with a bunch of balloons attached to them. They're a little bit old school. Manira is way more advanced than the Dynasty in terms of technology. So you can see that there's kind of like two almost solar balloons that are keeping the ship afloat. It's very simple design.
I did.
Pretty beautiful to me.
It didn't pop up for me. Can you...
Oh. Did it work that time?
Yes, indeed, yeah.
What are the solar balloons connected by? Like, how strong was that material?
I'd say from the schematic, it's hard to tell. But Gizmo, I do believe you spent quite a lot of time looking at the Silver Countess when you were aboard. And what attached that balloon to the ship was very, very strong cabling. It wasn't even rope. It was like cabling. And that cabling actually had almost like an ability to be able to transfer the energy from the solar balloons into the Ethereum core. So they were pretty...
Conduit and...
Yeah.
Wasn't I reading a book about them as well while I was on the ship?
Yeah, you were on the ship, yeah. So yeah, the two of you would recognize... Again, you'd be like, oh yeah, okay, I can see where they probably stole this from... They stole ideas from Manira's inventors and then tried to replicate it in their own way. So, you know, those cables might be slightly different, but you do know that they're pretty strong and sturdy. But
What
you all,
size is the Fyrefly again?
Fyrefly is about the place where you all sit, I believe, is. Hang on, sorry. Where's my Fyrefly classes? The helm kind of is like 10 feet by like 15 feet. So it's 15 feet long and then 10 feet. It's a very small little area.
Okay,
And then
might
the
be able to
rest,
fit it on-
the whole rest of the ship is like 20 feet long. So.
Yeah, might be able to fit it on like that little spot, like.
Oh yeah, Danter on the top, no bother, I'd say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Middle deck, crew's quarters, passenger suites, kitchen, and helm. So the helm is below deck. Oh.
That is one thing the Dynasty ships did differently. Is they started putting the helms in the middle deck instead of on top.
Makes sense.
Do we want to, from like an attack point of view, do we want to try and just go straight onto the top and like flood down, or do you want to try and do that idea that I was talking about to maybe like zoom straight in?
You see, like, does that not have to be a place you can see? I suppose is where.
Well, that's not, is there like windows in or anything like that?
I did have an idea if we wanted to maybe sow a bit of chaos and have them come up onto the deck.
Mm-hmm.
I could just summon a demon onto their ship.
And
That's new.
damage
Yes,
our ship.
Well, no, the demon isn't just going to rampantly attack the ship unless it,
Well,
unless
can you
I
get rid of it
control
like when it's done?
Within the space of approximately 1 minute.
Okay,
Could
so
be faster, could be less.
bring out a demon for about 1 minute.
It lasts about an hour, but it
Okay.
can go away in about a minute.
Oh,
Mm-hmm. Does sound very risky with the lack of running away options.
But we will still be on our own Firefly. I was suggesting summon it while we're, at a distance, then have them come up onto the deck, see what's going on, then do whatever we're doing. Get rid of them.
I mean, like, if it's just to get them onto the deck, I feel like just the fact that we could make a loud noise, the fact that we're up in the sky with them would make them want to cause for attention.
Yes, but this
They
way
could
there's
think we're-
demon on top that'll start kicking them off as soon as they surface.
I'm just afraid for my ship, I suppose.
I trust the demon. I mean, I trust Fyrefly-ish.
I turn to Haytrix. So, how much damage do you think a demon would do?
Yeah, probably a lot. But that also gives me the excitement of fixing it. So, I don't know, man. I just joined the trauma team. Live up to your name if you want.
I think we should live up to our name.
Okay.
Chaos.
Chaos it is.
Chaos. Okay.
to be fair, as well too, if we summon the demon, maybe they'll give you more of an as that distraction is going on, it'll give you more of an opportunity to try and get into a position to maybe like look in a window to the middle deck. Because I feel like if we can get the way they've set this up, they must be like protecting from attacks coming on deck coming down.
Yes.
If we can skip that would be a huge tactical advantage.
I mean, it is the helm. There'd have to be a way for them to see out at the helm. So, I mean, I should be able to maneuver the Firefly into a position.
Haytrix, do you have any idea about like how the helms work with this?
Would Haytrix have any idea?
I'd say Haytrix would definitely have had experience with some of the Dynasty ships, especially if they've gone down. The Soto Polaire would be one of those ships that would maybe go do recon missions to check for supplies. So the helm itself is not the engine room. It is just strictly a place where you can drive the ship. It usually does have double-paneled heat-treated glass, so that people can see out it. So there would be a way to see inside, but usually, the engine room then is usually located in the lower decks. Protected. So.
Okay. I'd obviously share that information across. And like I suppose, I don't know. Am I just picturing this incorrectly? So if the helm is like, is there a way for them to see like upwards? Like, do you get me?
To like see up onto the top deck, the main deck?
Yeah.
No. The helm would be okay, do you know like on pirate ships?
Yeah.
Where like the pointy part, the front part, and it kind of like is the driving force in the water.
Mhm.
That's kind of where the helm is. It's
I get you.
in and against the water almost, and
Yeah.
then the top deck would be almost behind it. If that makes sense.
Aha,
The helm-
yes.
The helm wouldn't see. It doesn't mean there's not sensors or any other like ways for the crews to talk to each other,
Mhm.
but I think it even says on that schematic as well that those particular ships only need a crew of about 4 to actually
Mhm.
fly the ship.
4 to 7,
Yeah, 4 to 7, yeah. But that doesn't do anything with how many people it can actually carry. It's just
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 tons of capacity of cargo.
Mhm.
I wonder if it's full.
We hope so.
They do have arcane cannons.
most
for
airships do.
British Sky Pirates,
Mhm.
yeah, so that's something
Oh.
to keep an eye out for.
Although I'd be pretty confident, right? And tell me if I'm wrong now, DM, that the arcane cannons, if we're going fast enough, should not be able to maneuver that quickly to keep a track on us.
I don't know. We'll find out.
I was
I
hoping
don't-
I'd have some expertise on getting shot at by Dynasty ships, but
I mean, yes, you do in a normal flying ship. This is kind of your first few times actually flying a Firefly.
but I'm just talking about the guns themselves. Would I know the
the guns
speed of
themselves.
their turning and aiming?
They would be pretty clunky. I mean,
Yeah.
the ones on the Sol de Player were pretty clunky.
Mm.
But you don't quite know. Like it has been 6 years since the war almost.
Mm.
So
They
it's
might have
hard
created-
to know. Yeah. They'd probably
Alright.
like shooting at disadvantage
So,
because you're so
just
fast. So fast. Yeah.
Just to clarify, reaffirm the plan. So is the general plan, get up there, summon a demon on top, get around to the front so we can see in, transport people inside.
Yes, and then I'll do some sniping with Demon then from the ship until it's
Yeah.
safe to land.
Who wants to stay? Who wants to actually go in, and who wants to stay out? I think I should go in.
I'll probably stay out.
Better working from a distance.
Okay. Artrin?
I'm going in.
Okay. So
In you go.
both of us get in, and we our main goal is to try and take over the helm, and not the engine, because we want the engine working.
Yeah, just if we get the helm and we can steer the ship, then it's just a matter of clearing it.
So just for my own sake of mind, Caché, you're staying up in the Firefly.
Yeah,
So Caché, Al, did you say you're staying in the Firefly?
Yes, indeed.
And Haytrix, you're staying in the Firefly, or are you going down?
I was going to stay in the Firefly.
Okay, you're gonna stay in the Firefly. Ground team is Gizmo, Artrin, and Kael'Voss. Perfect. Okay.
Any buffs that anyone can do before we go in, just seeing as we're going to be separated.
Just checking.
I don't think I've anything for more than a minute. I'd need to be.
Well, you're piloting, so kind of I wouldn't worry about you. Yeah, you just get us in there.
Kael'Voss will kind of say, I do have abilities to help, to buff, but as some of your team members have said, they're usually better in the midst of a fight. They won't last very long.
Aye. Okay. Just to check. I think we're ready.
All right. So, anything else before we move on?
No.
No. Brilliant.
The only other, I suppose, small little thing is I'm going to do that thing we discussed about where I can infuse a spell into an item. And
Yes.
I infuse it to an item into basically the console of the ship.
Perfect.
That Caché has control of, and essentially it'll be able to cast Vortex Warp to be able to teleport us,
Oh,
any members on the ship, onto places she can see within range.
fantastic. All right, you attach that. Go ahead and make me a. I was about to say an engineering check, but a Tinker's Tools check. Your all-purpose tool.
And that would be 32.
Jesus. Whoa. Yeah, easily done. Barely takes you like 10 minutes, you know. Like everybody's like loading up the ship and they're getting all set and you just pop it on there and it's just ready to go. So your Fyrefly can only hold 4 people. There's only 4 seats.
Who's going into some people's pockets?
I mean,
I'm kind of the same, so might as well.
Could I like lock my suit into place, just like be holding on to like the ceiling somewhere and just turn off all the motors so it's just like it won't
Oh, that's
move?
right. You did upgrade it to have the pressure eyes so you can go up high. Yes. So yeah, you do have a ceiling now actually on it. So yeah, you can kind of lock the suit into place.
So that frees up 1 seat.
Yep.
We only need 1 shrink then. Who wants to do it? I can do it.
Yeah, I don't actually have an large reduce.
Perfect.
Well, I did, but I don't.
I will shrink Kael'Voss then.
Okay. I'm just gonna show your ship real quick. There you go.
If you want, let me do it because I can do it without using a spell slot, and I'll be going
Okay.
in with this as well too, so I can just drop it like as we're going in at the same time or when I know he's in or whatever.
Even if
Perfect.
you want, Gizmo, you can like hunker down on your knees almost and like pull yourself between the chairs. Do you see that kind of middle part? You can like be
Yeah.
there, so then you're not blocking the window for Caché.
Perfect.
Or you can stand off to the side of her. It's up to you.
Yeah, I might stand off to the side, like of the operation, just lock myself into place.
Okay, lock yourself into place. Haytrix, you go and sit into this gorgeous ship with a beautiful core in front of you. It is like a mini version of the Ethereum cores on the big ships that you spent so many years on.
nice.
And it is so more advanced than even you've worked on for a while. It is even the seats are vinyl and leather. It is just stunning. Everything around you is stunning.
Nice. She's gonna turn around to Caché, like, she's gonna have a big smile and just be like, it's just like old times, girl.
Except we got fancier equipment.
Yeah, that's... Fuck yeah, you got the money now.
Oh, we robbed this.
Yeah, this isn't actually ours.
Sick.
We're supposed to give it back in a couple of weeks.
I'd be
Propose.
against that.
It was necessary at the time. Plus, we stole it off a notorious prick.
That makes it better. I'm happy. I'm excited.
Okay, so Haytrix in the engineering spot, Caché at the helm, Gizmo locked into place, Al and Artrin, are you taking seats or Artrin, are you shrinking down?
He doesn't need to.
You still have Kael'Voss. I mean, it's not my first choice, but I understand it. I'm just glad that you're. Ooh, I slipped into Tarlin there for a second. Hang on. I'm fine if you want to shrink me down. I don't really like it, but it'll have to do.
Well, I can do it, and you'll be going in with me, and as soon I can drop it any time. You'll be back
Okay.
to normal as soon as we run into any issue.
Yeah,
What's
yeah,
in there even?
that. Yeah. I haven't been in one of these things, and my feet very rarely leave the ground, so this will be interesting.
Caché hands him a brown paper bag.
He takes it, and he kind of hunkers down between the two seats in the middle, straps himself in with whatever he can find, yeah, you can reduce him down, Gizmo, if you wish. Using
And
that,
remember, keep your arms and leg inside the vehicle at all times.
Artrin, are you sitting at the front again? Okay. All right, so everybody's strapped in, ready to go. So as you are taking off, it's raining. First time it feels like in a very, very long time to actually be raining in Minira. The city of stone and metal is a wash of color and lights in the dark as you are taking off. The Fyrefly powers on, the engine is purring beneath all your feet. You strap in and you hold your stomachs as Caché takes off. Make a note, you are 10 feet slower. That is because Gizmo has stayed the same size and is still on the ship. So the weight, you
So
understand.
540 feet around.
So you are 500. You are 500 feet actually
Or
instead of
500 feet
510.
around.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Mhm.
It could get higher if you try to go super fast. So you just we'll get there. But as you slowly take off in the Fyrefly, you notice that there are airships still taking off and leaving from Neelaheart Station in the center of the city. However, there are far fewer. So you're pretty easy to be seen at the moment. There is, at this very moment, a Miniran Grade B airship currently undocking from the skyport, and the engines are buffering. They seem to be ascending towards the sky, heading more to the west towards the Empire. But I do need... Caché, how are you maneuvering these skies at the moment?
So, what I kind of plan to do is hug very low until I basically get a clear run of sky, and then go as high as possible, as quick as possible.
Okay, so you're thinking you're leaving the red light district, so you're actually already pretty high.
Then
That's the floating island.
okay, yeah. Then in that case, I'm probably directly up.
Okay.
Because
You're just going straight up.
Yeah, because what tends to happen in Caché's line of work is that people on skyships forget to look up.
Okay, and it is raining and clouds, so
Yeah.
you're not too far from the clouds.
Yeah.
Okay, so piloting check, please. Excuse me. It's very rude. Came out of nowhere.
What was I adding again for that?
So your piloting check is a D20 plus your dex, and then the ship's dex.
Ship's dex.
And your proficiency bonus. Sorry, yeah, your proficiency bonus too.
So that is 14.
A 14. Okay.
Yeah.
Just made it.
Yeah, I didn't roll very well.
Perfect. So you are able to just basically launch the ship straight up. I need everyone to make Constitution saving throws, please, because that is a definite change in altitude.
Driver's fine, right?
Yeah,
Oh.
everyone's within 10 feet. Yeah.
I'm also going to cast the Gift of Alacrity on myself, just to give a bonus to initiative.
It's like just as she's about to take off, you cast it on yourself, and
Just for initiative.
just for initiative.
It only applies to my initiative.
Oh, okay.
It just
Sorry.
lasts.
It just yeah.
Adam, do you say we get a +4? Sick. 32.
Nice.
Wow.
22.
22. Okay. Okay. Gizmo, you are muted.
26.
26. Caché, I'd say you'd have to make one too, but just at advantage. And Kael'Voss got 18.
So then +4 you said.
+4.
16.
Perfect. Everybody passes. Y'all hold on to your guts as the thrusters hurtle you up into the sky through the clouds. It is quite bumpy because you are headed straight through a rainstorm. You hear thunder. Don't see any lightning, but you hear the thunder crackling through the sky. It is definitely a rainy, wet, cold night. Even if you get above the clouds, there's still a layer of rain and clouds above you, so you can't even. Yeah, it's you're just stuck in the rain. So we're heading on in. Caché, what speed are you maintaining, and what height are you at?
So let me. What was our max height again with the?
With the upgrades.
Above 80 meters, but it doesn't say.
I'd say.
Just don't leave the atmosphere, basically.
Yeah, don't leave the atmosphere, please. That's gonna just change the whole dynamic of this game. I don't know where I put my.
By reading here, it says there's a feature where we start taking damage if we go outside the atmosphere. So I'm assuming we're pretty good. In that case, I'm going to stay, because what I'd like to do is come down on top of the ship. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to stay pretty high.
You know that I think I have it in here, usually ships like that, when they're traveling, they usually stay, what did I say? Yeah, 1,500 feet. Sorry, 1,500 feet is their cruising altitude.
I'd say about 2,000 then.
Okay.
Is that enough height?
Yeah. Enough height? You'd be 500 feet above their cruising altitude.
Yeah. Is that enough height to obscure us?
Well, it's cloudy, so probably.
Fair, yeah.
Kind of the perfect weather for this.
Just as long as we can still see them.
Speaking of that, Caché, you can't see shit. No, you can see not very far. You can see your distance. So I think it's 120 dark vision. But that, and then it's just kind of stormy and cloudy. But at the moment, you can't see any ship, like, in the distance or anything.
And how close am I to the area we expected to intercept?
That is about, I'd say, 40 minutes away. So you have about 40. All of you get to be basically in this tight little space up in the sky for about 40 minutes.
Cozy.
I
put on a Vasha AM.
I'm just imagining just this crackly radio and just rain beating against the kind of cover that we have on the ship.
Yeah, beating against the glass, basically.
Nice.
So while none of you are wet, it's still just kind of damp and dark, and you can feel every bit of turbulence because it is stormy. Yeah, there's quite a few times where the ship just drops fully, swings to the left or the right. It's not a comfortable ride. But your engineer, Haytrix, can you please make an engineering check for me? So this is going to be, let me just check here for the engineering. It's going to be a d20 plus your tool proficiency, so you can use that all-purpose tool that you have in your arm, if you wish.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's the constitution of the ship. So the ship itself has nothing to it, so.
Oh, fabulous.
Yes. They went for speed, not startiness.
So a d20 plus. Sorry,
You're all good.
What am I adding from my arm?
You're okay. So your it would be your tool proficiency. So, but you can use the bonus of your arm. So your tool proficiency would be your proficiency bonus doubled because you're an artificer. So I believe it's 8.
Yeah.
And then plus your arm, which is a +2, all-purpose tool.
Okay, so plus 10 altogether.
Plus
so
10 altogether.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Sorry, thank you.
No, you're good. So d20 plus 10.
Oh, oops. Him. Sorry, let me just check something really quickly.
That feels like that feels like a 1 roll or a.
Look, you want me that far off?
If Haytrix really looks like they're struggling, I'll use a chronal shift.
Okay.
Does that mean I can roll again?
It does.
Oh
It means
my
I have
God.
to roll.
Time wizards, man, they're just great.
Damn.
Yeah,
You
so
seem to be struggling. Have another go.
Haytrix has a what does
You
your
got this,
face
don't worry.
look like? You know, as you're kind of realizing, how do I work this thing? It is so new and modern, if that makes sense.
It's kind of like, do you know when a mom is like putting on their glasses to look at a computer screen? They're like, "What's that now?" Like that's kind of the face that she's doing. She's like, "Oh, damn! I've been out of the business for a bit too long."
All right, Al, that's what you see. So yes, if you can decide if you use chronal shift or not.
Yes, I will use
Okay.
chronal shift.
Okay.
See Haytrix like squinting and like just kind of like looking around with a finger more than anything else.
Okay, let's see if this is. Oh, for fuck! I rolled the exact same thing.
Oh,
Oh.
It's okay. Well, it might be okay. I feel like I have something. Can I? Okay, I'm gonna flash
Haytrix,
genius
remember,
myself.
you're the
Oh,
best.
yeah, I can flash
You
genius
are
myself,
the
right?
best.
Yeah.
Get another D8.
So that's I can add a +3 to the roll. Okay, so 17 altogether.
and
17,
a D8 from
and a D8
Caché.
And a
Caché.
D8.
Oh fuck, and a D8. Damn.
Yeah. I was
Yeah,
we're not
inspiring
going
you.
down.
You get a pep talk from your old air colonel.
Okay, so that's a dirty 20. So
A dirty 20.
Altogether.
Okay. It just takes you a moment. You just spend that little bit of time really looking at the engine and realize immediately, oh my gosh, it's just a smaller core. I got this. And you press a few areas back into place, and the Fyrefly just hums, purrs to your touch, and even picks up a little bit in speed, and is able to maneuver through these turbulences a lot easier. All of you feel everything kind of settle just a small bit as you're moving through the sky. The engine is running very well. So, in order to spot the approaching ship that you were trying to find, you are in the path of where it should be coming from. So I need everyone to make some perception checks. Who's looking out? And I need a piloting and an engineer. So it's another check for you two again.
perfect.
And we're gonna see how well we do these few rounds.
Hopefully better.
28.
28. Okay.
15.
15.
Oh my god, I think D&D Beyond, I've rolled 3 4s in a row. Like,
Oh no, it's glitching.
14.
14. Okay.
9.
9 for perception. All right. All right. Another go, guys. Another check.
Another perception check.
Yep. Whoever's looking out for like a perception can roll the perception. If there are a few who don't want to keep a lookout, they can.
I just rolled another. Yeah, okay, the exact same, so 15.
15. Jeez, we're rolling the same.
I got a nat 20, so 30 altogether.
Woo!
Nice.
There we
Nice.
go.
Oh my God.
19.
19. Very good.
I got 16.
Got 16. Okay. Lovely. Go on. One more. We'll do 3 rounds. See how well you do.
21.
21.
17.
17.
Ooh.
17.
Okay. Ooh, 17.
So that's a nat 1, so 11.
It's a huge spectrum. Haytrix. Okay. So interesting. Caché,
Mm-hmm.
you managed to keep control of the ship very well throughout that whole time. There is quite a bit of turbulence going through, and that's when Haytrix, you're finding that the engine is no longer responding. Maybe it's been up in the sky too long. It's not that it's like not responding, meaning you're like going down or anything, but it's not responding as much to what you're wanting to tell it to do, and it falters a bit. And then you're able to just flip one of the switches, and it just purrs to life again with that natural 20. And then you kind of get hit with a bit of turbulence there again, and it knocks you, like the whole ship itself gets knocked to the side. The rest of you who are keeping an eye out, you still don't see anything. And it is getting way more stormy now at this point. So, how do you all try to find this ship?
Who's the most lucky? Who has the best eyes?
You do, yeah. You can certainly try. Does it have to be an object you've had experience with? I don't think it does. Or it's something you've... Okay. How high is... sorry, I should actually check. Okay. Okay.
Like an egg.
I doubt it.
I'd say
Particular.
not. Okay. All right. So yep, if you want to cast that, and that's within how many feet? Of 1,000. Woo!
Wow.
1,000 feet. Wow. Yeah. All right. So all of you are kind of peering out the windows, going, "We can't see anything," and it's just stormy. The ship's getting rocked all over the place. And you're actually dropping in altitude as well. Sorry, I meant to actually say that with the engine. So you're more like 1,600 feet at this point. So you're close to where their cruising altitude is. And Artrin, you pull within yourself this trying to find the location of a dragon egg. And you get a ping about 500 feet ahead of you.
Straight ahead.
All right. Up or down? Or did he get a heights orientation?
Is it just straight ahead because we've been dropping, or
I'd say it's
no
like
visibility?
150 feet slightly down ahead of you. Okay.
Okay, I'll try maintain altitude then.
Okay, so you're gonna try to maintain altitude. Okay.
No visibility.
You have no visibility?
No token with sight.
No total visibility.
Yeah.
Why do you do this to me? I'm really surprised. I have the all-seeing eye on here.
I'll try refresh and see.
There we go.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Damn it, just as I refreshed.
Oh, damn it. Is that working? Ah! Alright, can you see?
Very nice.
Are the animations working?
Tiny.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah, that's class.
Oh, I do apologize now. So let me switch it back. You feel that the ship is actually, yeah, no, it's ahead of you. Yeah, or no, it would be behind you because, yeah, let's just retcon and say that you actually felt it 550 feet behind you, Artrin. So, in order, you guys turn the ship around. So you're coming up from behind. I can't move the other ship. I can only move you guys. So, yeah. So now you're technically flying behind it. So, is that all showing up for everybody?
I'm still waiting for my page to load. I had to log out and log back in 2 seconds.
Say you're definitely more than 90 feet away from it as well. It's just the map can only be so big, guys. I'm sorry.
Ooh.
But one thing is very, very clear to all of you. This is not the ship that Kael'Voss showed you.
Oh,
Not even a little bit.
I think
While
was a
it
little
could-
different.
While it could very well have been a Class C frigate before, this is definitely reinforced, retrofitted little warship.
Oh, fuck.
I wanted more.
Can we get
Haytrix
to
is
the-
beautiful.
we weren't the only ones messing with our ship.
It's beautiful, but it's... How the fuck are we supposed to get on that?
And I can boop you all in, but me parking and get on could be difficult.
That's not what Raslair showed me. I don't understand. Kael'Voss just looks a little surprised at what he's seeing here. I actually will show you what you see.
Maybe Raslair's information was out of date. Quite possible.
Is this Raslair trustworthy?
Oh.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, I suppose that's true. But considering I was involved in this, I think he would have given the most updated information he had. Which,
I mean, he's the one who introduced us, wasn't he?
yes.
How much do you know of this Raslair? We sometimes work with him.
Yeah.
Yes.
Perhaps you should be careful dealing with his kind.
All kinds
think-
of big world.
Do you think there's an
Caché shoots a
insider?
side eye.
What'd you say, Haytrix?
Do you think there's an insider who maybe told them that we were coming?
For the Emberfall, I can't see them working much with demons.
One that you've encountered along your way.
Hmm.
Well, that we've encountered, actually.
Have you encountered the Emberfall?
No.
No. Sorry, I didn't know if you were asking me.
But no, I'm thinking now out of character. We did tell Tarlin and quite a few others that we were doing this, so...
Hmm.
They wouldn't have enough time to change the ship.
No, that's not likely. It's
True.
more likely the information is out of date.
Yeah.
I think that changes our plans. Although it is still a dynasty ship, so it still should have a middle tier helm. Are we still up for going for that?
I think the plan is the same, but we just need to be wary that the offensive capabilities of the ship are far greater.
Really, it's the people who are going to be at range that are more at risk. I don't think it changes the ground team's plan.
I can evade them, but you may not have much time to cast spells if I'm constantly moving.
So we
Do you want to consider jumping on as well?
I stay with my captain.
Aye.
Please don't get shot down. That'd feel really shitty for
Yeah.
the two of you.
We were supposed to go out this way.
Ah.
I mean, look, try and get as close as you can, and if that fails, we improvise.
Right.
Okay. So phase 1 of this said plan is
Dump a demon on the deck.
Lord in heaven. Okay.
Yep. In range, drop a demon.
All right. So get in range. So I'm going to move you closer. I need a piloting and engineering check, please.
Oh.
Stop, please.
1 AI.
What'd you get?
28.
28. Okay.
Yeah,
Please.
please do something.
Okay.
Please,
Adam,
please,
I think you need to find me some dice because I can't do this anymore. Haytrix is supposed to be the best engineer.
Yeah, you have a plus 10 to your like engineering
I
checks.
know. Wait, I definitely have some.
You do have your flash of geniuses as well. I think you can use that like what, 5 times or 4 times?
My flash genius ain't do nothing for this.
Okay.
I'm just seeing if there's anything I can do.
28 you said for piloting?
Yeah, 28. Sorry.
28. No, it's all good.
Wait, pilot, that's me.
I am pilot.
I am pilot. You are doubling your proficiency bonus, so it's the dice, your proficiency bonus, which is 8, and then the tool. Yeah. So that's 10.
10, yeah. So that's 12.
12. Okay. All right. So how we're gonna run this then is that Caché, you maneuver the ship beautifully close to the Sunwhisper. You have complete control over it. However, with the lower roll there, Haytrix, the engines are quite loud, so there's no sneaking involved or anything like that. The crew on top of the ship does see and hear you coming. So
I wouldn't bother looking at us. You should look behind you.
bear with me while I move this.
Ooh.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that's fucking cool.
That's
Yeah.
sick.
I was thinking, it wasn't like a turtle shell.
Yeah, those are supposed to be the sails.
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Cool.
So I'm gonna actually put you guys at 5 feet. I know you're not actually at 5 feet, but I just needed, it's just the layering of the tokens. So Caché, you should be able to fly over. Yeah, now you can.
Awesome.
So you get nice and close. I'm sorry, I need to look up demon. What are you summoning, Al?
I'm summoning a bow. As recommended by Razlair.
Oh my god, really? What the hell
Summoning
is
what?
that again?
It's in the Grimoire of the Damned.
It is. What is it called again? It was a B-O...
Babau. B-A-B-A-U.
Ba-bow.
A
babao.
babao. Yes, he recommended
Ba-bow.
You recommended a babao.
it.
So I'm summoning a babao.
Me.
Oh,
my
wow.
God.
That's redonkulous.
What?
That thing is terrifying.
What you summoned?
Is it?
Oh, that's really fucking scary.
Him and the Shadowhounds must be best buds.
Oh, wow. That's strong.
Yeah.
The greater demon.
We'll chill out here with a cup of tea, so...
Off you go, boy.
Yeah.
It's a medium-sized creature, but it's fucking strong. Okay, I don't have a babao.
Babao.
I don't have a babao. But it's a medium-sized creature, so I'm gonna see if I can find something that's a medium size that doesn't look completely ridiculous. Are the storm noises affecting anyone or making anybody freak out?
No, it's all good.
All good.
How about
Either?
Zila?
I might listen to this on loop tonight when I go to sleep.
Yeah, it's really nice.
All right, we're gonna summon that thing. Because it's a medium-sized creature, and I'll just rename it. That's a dretch. I'm gonna rename it a babao. So, Al, what does summoning a demon look like coming from Al?
I'd say Al, who looks usually quite like, pretty handsome. His
Eloquent.
eyes roll back in his head, his jaw kind of dislocates, and he starts like speaking in tongues as if he's like speaking by inhaling. So just kind of like, just and then just kind of shakes his face, and like as the spell completes, then just kind of like shakes it off. Goes, never done that before.
Wow,
Everyone's
this
just
thing
looking over at Al, just kind of going.
in the suit. This thing crawls its way. It has summoning circle there on the ship itself. It crawls out of the summoning circle, and it's got these long red talons that seem to be dripping with blood and gore, being pulled from layers of the abyss itself. And it just kind of looks around at everyone. We're gonna need to roll initiative, but we're in a weird situation because we're kind of like not fully in it. So I'm gonna do this if that's okay, because we're gonna kind of just wing it. Ship combat instead of individual combat. So pilot, I need you to roll initiative for the ship. I will roll initiative.
Using
for
the ship's initiative or mine?
the ship's initiative.
Aw.
Yeah.
I should have cast that thing on Caché.
Gift of alacrity.
Yeah.
Where's the
pull
ship's
up.
initiative?
The ship's initiative is going to be in the upgrades file for me. Nope, sorry, nope. I'm in the wrong tab. Fyrefly. The ship's initiative is... It does use your dex, if that means anything. So it's a d20 plus your dex plus the ship's dex, which is +2.
I cast a spell on myself that allows me to add D8 to initiative. Can I give that to the ship instead if I'm not rolling for myself?
I will let you decide if you would like to try to risk that or leave it for another point of initiative, potentially. So I will let you decide. I'm not going to tell you if that will work or not.
Leave it.
It's fine, Al. I think I'm okay with because I can add my own dex.
Okay.
Is that puts me up to 21?
21 for the ship? Okay.
Yeah.
That definitely beats the Sunwhisper pilot, so that's fine. That ship is going to go second. And then the roll initiative for the babao, if you don't mind. Babao!
Okay, yeah.
Wow.
Babao. The babao gets a... Well, that's not great. But what is it? That's, I think, an 11.
An 11, okay. Alright. Since that's opposite to the ship, we'll leave that. It's kind of its own little entity in this mix. Okay, so let me just get... battle music. Okay, so at the moment, it is definitely you guys on the Fyrefly first, and then the and then Sunwhisper. Okay, so first up, this babao appears on the deck of the ship, and a few of you see these kind of red-coated guards almost. You see 3 different types of members of the Knights of the Emberfall, all of them clad in that deep red tone. You've got kind of like medium armored individuals with swords, crossbows, manning the arcane cannons. There are 3 on board. You then have 2 individuals in flowing red robes. One of them actually has one part of their robe completely open, bearing their skin, and they are currently surrounded by what appears to be spiritual guardians. And then you have a very heavily armored in dragon bone, a knight at the very center of this ship. And all of them have seen you approach. Some of them are gearing up their attacks. Magic is flowing through their hands. They seem to be very prepared for your arrival. So, Caché, what would you like to do?
Well, we've summoned the demon. The next part of the plan was to get everyone into the helm. So that's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to try and shift up here to be looking into the...
And kind of like tilt a little bit to see inside.
Yeah.
Okay. I'd say, just so we kind of remind you guys for the ship combat, I do apologize. All of you kind of work together. So you can kind of use your actions together, bonus actions together, talk amongst yourselves. You are currently a crew, a team. So you can kind of decide, I'll let talking and stuff like that, like, plan together kind of thing. So Caché, you're moving towards the front of the ship. What are the rest of you doing seeing this happen?
Well, I have cast Summon Greater Demon, so I think I can't cast anything else this spell.
You're pretty much, yeah, you're good. You're done.
Yeah. You're done.
I
How
still
does
have
the-
reduce on as well too, concentrating on that.
How does the thing you attach to the ship, does Caché have to activate that, or?
Yeah,
do
push
you-
a button.
Oh,
It's an
okay. So you push a button as an action.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Well, like I said, all of you can see into the cockpit, into the helm at the moment, and there's just one lowly person that just kind of looks out at the glass. Yeah.
Say hi to him. Boop.
Who are you bamfing first?
Well, let's throw our scaly boy in.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, they really
Archer?
don't like me.
Artrin, you're sitting in the seat. The ship turns slightly at an angle. You can see into the helm itself. Things are like kind of lights are going up at the top where they're starting to attack with the babao, and you just get vortex warped straight into the helm. The armored knight that's actually driving the ship just kind of gasps and looks at you, and a massive wolf is curled up next to him, gets up as well as you have appeared. So I need you to roll initiative. I need pen and paper. This has become chaotic.
I wish we saw that wolf.
No, it was laying down.
Oops.
Turn off. I'll be right back.
Okay, it's a surprise for everyone.
21.
21. Okay, I need to get someone else in as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Who wants next in? Alright, Gizmo's in.
Ow. It's an action.
Yeah, so we need to wait around.
Yeah.
Need to wait around. Let me get a pen. I love this. This is so much fun. Okay. Back to this. Okay, so
And once I'm in, just to clarify something, once I'm in, I can drop reduce because there'll be enough space that it doesn't matter that he's
Yeah.
small anymore. So I can just drop that once I'm in. Okay.
okay, and Wolf. Artrin, what's your initiative? 21. Oh Jesus. 6. And 19. Okay. Lovely. Okay, Caché, that is your action to bamf him in there. Where are you headed then? You still have... I'm not even going to try to track how many feet. You've a lot.
Yeah.
You can go wherever you want.
I think Caché is going to go where she thinks is going to be the safest place until she can pop that button recharges, which is directly underneath them.
Brilliant. Okay. So if I do this, you're gonna disappear. So.
But yeah, no, I'll just pretend I'm underneath.
Pretend you're under there. So you veer the ship straight down and underneath the Sunwhisper. And what you notice actually as you go down, you and Haytrix would immediately see this because you're very well versed in airships. Both of you notice that there are actually two very large doors leading into like the cargo hold almost. They're sealed, they're closed at the moment, and you know that usually cargo doors would be heavily sealed to make sure that, you know, people aren't just flung out the sides. But you do see on either side, basically, as you're going down, that there are two.
If you see opportunity to open those, Gizmo, it might be an easy way for me to get in.
Keep an eye on what's in there.
Okay, Gizmo, is there anything you'd like to do?
I will take an action to cast Mirror Image on myself.
Mirror image on yourself. Lovely. That would reduce, though.
Nope, Mirror Image is not concentration.
Ah, brilliant. All right. Perfect. So you're still concentrating on Kael'Voss. He is...
Yep.
He's just hunkered down at the moment, so that's perfect. Lovely. How do we want to do this? So now we're dealing with weird initiatives.
3 initiatives.
Fyrefly, you got like a crazy number.
There's 3 different separate things happening, is there?
There is, yeah. So no, that actually works out really good. So we're
You
gonna
run through one, run through the next one, run through the third one.
and we'll do Artrin next because he got so high on initiative. The bow and then the Sunwhisper. Yeah, we'll just do that. Okay, Artrin. Let me get you on a map. One moment. Artrin, where are you? Get in there.
Can I just ask, was Haytrix able to do anything before moving away from the ship?
You can do so. Sorry, I'm so sorry, Haytrix. Yes, you have your action to do something as well if you wish.
Can I cast Knock on the cargo doors?
Oh!
Wait, you have to touch the cargo doors. Is it not?
No, that you see within range.
Okay, yeah.
See if I can, I don't know, open it.
Let me pull up Knock really quick.
Knock's OP is what it is.
It is loud though. So
I know we're here.
Yeah. Yeah.
If anything, if they go looking towards it, just divides their forces more.
Yeah.
All right, perfect. See within range. To the door. Padlock. Okay. All right. A loud knock sound kind of reverberates around the space. The doors do not open.
Oh.
I'm assuming you're casting it at second level.
Yes, yeah.
They do not open.
Interesting.
Man, I shouldn't have came on this trip at all.
That is
teaches us
very
something.
interesting.
It's reinforced.
Artrin, can you see where you are right now, or do I have to move everybody over? I think I have to move everybody over. That's okay.
Could I, sorry, question, just while I was on my turn, could I have just asked about, or told the bar, instructed the
Babao.
bow to tell me its name?
Can it?
While it is still under the control of my, under my control.
Google. That's awful. If it's charmed, is it It would be technically charmed by you, I think, by that spell.
You can issue a verbal command to it, requiring no action. Telling it what it must do.
Fine. His name is Simon.
Simon! Okay, Simon.
But it is horrible to listen to as he says it in your mind. But the closest language that you can muster to it being Simon. But this is garbly-gook. So. I couldn't think of a fun demon name real fast. Okay. Haytrix, you've cast Knock. I will say what you do, because even though the doors don't open, you see as if they're... Because you have that eye as well. And Caché would have gotten you close enough to the point where you see that the door seems to be enchanted by something that is keeping things trapped. If that makes sense.
It's I don't know if I can say it, like.
Yep, you can talk. You can talk.
Like, do you mean like an arcane lock?
No. Something
No.
more powerful.
Okay, that's fine. That's perfect. No, just because it says here that like
That
I think
an
it
arcane
takes
lock?
like 10. Yeah, it takes 10 minutes or something like that.
Yeah. No, this is something else is warding it.
Fair. Yeah, perfect.
It just wasn't high enough. It's one of those things where it doesn't get affected by something low. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
So game mechanic wise, that's yeah.
No, that's perfect.
Okay. So, Gizmo, Al, Caché, Artrin's in the ship. Haytrix, you did your thing with the knock. Perfect. Artrin, with 21, you get bamfed into this room, and again, you see the knight kind of turn to you and is just a little bit taken aback by you just bamfing your way in, but the wolf itself just growls, and this is, you recognize as a dire wolf. It is much larger than a regular wolf. So what would you like to do? Artrin.
Yes, now that you can hear me.
That is what... Now that Artrin is back, you bamf into the helm of the ship. It is a very small room. You see a contraption of sorts in the front there, where there's a kind of an old-timey wheel, like on a regular, sailing ship.
Yep.
But then there's just a massive amount of just levers and cogs and chains, like pulling and tugging every direction and steering the ship. There is the single knight in front of you, and then this giant wolf. What would you like to do?
I'm on the fence about something. I won't do it. I was just gonna kick the wheel so it just spins the whole way. But I think Caché would really disapprove. So,
Oh my god. No, Artrin, just sit with that for a minute. What would you do in this situation? Don't look at Miguel.
Don't look at me. Don't look at me.
I would think about it, but then I'd think about how Caché would probably fucking kill me, and I could damage the dragon egg. I'm gonna take up a stance I haven't taken before. I'm gonna pull my shield right up to my chest and put my sword against it.
Nice.
I'm going to activate my thing. I'm going to channel oath.
Channel oath. Ooh, this is a new one, isn't it?
Going to use black flames, and my sword will just wreath in black flame, and I'm just gonna start swinging. So that's my bonus action, and I'll start swinging at the big guy.
At the wolf or the knight?
I'm gonna go for the knight.
You go for the knight? Okay. Perfect.
16 to hit on the first one.
Does not hit.
18 to hit on the second.
He puts his own kind of shield up. 18 does hit.
18 does hit. Okay. I'm gonna put a 3rd level Divine Smite into this.
Okay. Fucking go for it.
So 5d8 into roll.
Oh, we need storm sounds. It's still stormy.
29 points of damage. Oh, plus
Plus your fire damage for your sword.
yeah, I think that's included. No, it's not included. So, Jesus, sorry. 2
Nope.
seconds.
That's extra. That's your bonus action.
29. I forgot about the actual fire damage my sword does naturally.
Yep.
So that's 35, and then plus 2d10.
Jesus. Is the 2d10 the smite?
No, that's the black flame.
Oh my god.
So 47 points of damage.
Okay. Oof. All right. Yeah. So you just first hit. He lifts up his shield and it grazes off of it, and he's able to kind of just move to the side as he's going with the blade, and you just get an opening, and are able to swing back around. So you do a significant amount of damage.
Can I actually? Can I throw in a strike at a hill giant as well to try and knock him over?
I mean, if you can, like, is it a free action?
It's just part of my attack, as long as the attack hits.
Yeah. Yeah, it did hit.
So he needs to make a strength saving throw. DC is math. 12 plus 5 is 17. 17 means speed.
Okay. No, he rolled a 14. So he gets knocked back, you said?
No, nothing happens if he passes. But he does take two extra damage.
He got 14, so he failed.
Oh, sorry. Then he gets knocked prone.
Just prone.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay.
And an extra 2 points damage.
And an extra 2 points. Okay.
That is everything I can do for right now.
Perfect. Okay. Well, on the next, literally right after you, as you come down, this guy, he gets knocked prone. He's hit so hard that he kind of like falls back into the controls, and then slumps to his knees. So he's on the ground, and that has opened you up to being just absolutely savaged by this wolf as he comes around the side. And he is going to get advantage because he pack tactics. Natural 20. That's what I'm talking about. So that is.
My boy Artrin.
That's fine.
Where is my other? Ah! 23 points of piercing damage. It's like the wolf just gets like a good hit on your shoulder, and though it's like still you're still wearing heavy plate, it sinks in a bit. This wolf is big, so he kind of shakes you a little bit as well. But that is all he can do at the moment. So mark off 24. Was it 23 or 24?
23, you said, I think.
23, yeah.
Yep. Got knocked off.
Perfect. I'll leave you there. Going to go activate. Meanwhile, the babao. Oh my god, I have so many sheets open at the moment. You asked the babao for his real name.
Yes.
He gave it.
Yep.
Did you give any other action, or is that it?
I mean, I think I would have liked to have said, to fuck shit up, but
Okay.
I don't think I did, but I think if I don't give it any other action, it will just attack. I
Okay,
think that's how the spell goes. It'll just
cool.
attack anything
Why not?
around it.
Let's fucking do this.
So it'll take. Where is it now?
Just. Ah, come on now. Don't do that.
I'd like it to go against that guy who's like, wearing all the armor.
Oh, okay. You're actually giving it an action.
What's that?
I'm asking. Did you give it a command, or is it acting on its own volition?
Oh no, I think it's. Oh, sorry. It would be acting on its own volition, I suppose. Yeah, because I didn't specifically tell it to. Yeah, no.
So none of you know what happens at the moment, but you begin to hear screaming down below the deck itself. So I'm gonna just do a quick few rolls here while I deal with that. And what were the Babau's hit points? Okay, 82. So it's AC. 16 AC. That is a hit. And actually that's doubled because of the divine. Okay. Oh, 2 arcane cannons are covered, so we're gonna do... That one is going to not shoot at anything because it can't shoot at anything. This guy is gonna go running around here. And that guy is gonna try to move here. Okay. Perfect. Things are happening. Hit points are going down up here. But that's all that's gonna happen. None of you can actually see that at the moment. So it comes back to... Yeah, so we've just done the Sunwhisper. I have a few people I need to move over here. Okay, they're getting into position, so that's fine. Okay, top of the round, we come to Caché and the Fyrefly. And
All right.
Sorry, Amber. I should say as well, the Babao at the end of its turn does get to make a DC, a charisma check. It'll be at disadvantage because I know its name now. But
and it was a wisdom check?
charisma.
Charisma. Oh, just it's not very charismatic, is it? That is the 14.
No, not.
No. So yeah, as you Caché, where are you headed? Should I say?
Straight up to the window again.
Okay, so you kind of have to loop around down below and then come back up a little bit higher so you can kind of get to the point where you can see, and you notice that there is a huge cloud of darkness and blood's being sprayed out of it as this thing has concealed itself in darkness and is now just ripping into people.
Can I see through this darkness, or?
I think you can see through your own magical darkness, I believe.
Yeah, I just was wondering if I could see through others.
But there is someone who can.
Wee.
With that arcane eye, or that, not arcane, sorry, the prosthetic eye that you have, Haytrix, you can see through magical darkness. It's pretty horrific. Yep. It's a demon ripping into people's throats. The long claws are tearing open rib cages. Yeah, it's pretty gruesome. Yep.
Yeah, that's a shit show, all right.
Well, good thing Gizmo's not going in there. And boop!
Gizmo?
He's just re-teleporting. There we go.
Okay, Gizmo, I need you to roll initiative. I need to read your initiative order.
Oh, fuck you. 5.
5.
Always.
I even rolled the other dice that was rolling better. God dang it.
Okay. Hang on. let me
Do I
just
get to
check.
do anything as I go in, or do I?
I was
have to,
gonna
like,
say
wait
you're
for that?
still technically in the initiative of. I can let you decide. Do you want to do something before you go into the ship, before you're bamfed in, or after?
Yeah, no, I probably won't do anything before him. Yeah, it'd be after I'm on the ship.
After you're on the ship. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Then it's the wolf. Then it is. It's the babao then.
Like, does anyone on the ship get to, like, take a turn now if they're not?
Yes. So
Getting teleported?
Haytrix and Al can all take actions. Yes. I'm just
Would-
putting in all the
would
people
I-
really quick.
Can I see any of the enemies?
Hard, and then just. Yes, you can. As you're as the ship's kind of banking around the front again of the Sunwhisper, you can see. Can you see the map at the moment? No,
I
you
can
can't.
see the map. Yeah. I'm wondering, can I see this guy here? This spooky guy.
Click on him.
That guy.
That guy. I'd say you can see him in the edge, like just barely. He's pretty much in the darkness. You can kind of just barely see some of like the dragon bone armor.
Okay. I'd like to do a momentary stasis on him,
Okay.
and I'd like to command the babao to lay into him.
To lay into him. Okay. Perfect. There's not a save for momentary stasis, I believe, or is there? Oh no, there is. I think.
Oh, actually, no. Sorry, the opposite. I'd like to tell the babao to not touch him.
To
Just
not
together.
touch him.
No.
So, okay. Is there a save for the momentary stasis?
DC 17 Constitution.
He rolled a natural 19,
Oh, well then. Fine.
so he can still move freely. Al, anything else? Bonus action? Are you rolling on your table as well?
Oh yeah, for the chrono, I rolled it like for the last one. I rolled a 20. For this one, I will roll again. So 11.
11.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay.
And nope, that's all I'll do this turn.
That's all you can do? Okay. Haytrix, is there anything you'd like to do?
Yes. I would like to target one of these guys. Wait. So Haytrix would kind of have full visibility, kind of, on who's up here.
Of the full battlefield. So I'll move this here really quick so you can kind of see. You've got two individuals here. They're up against the cannons, but they're kind of swinging the cannons a little bit, like I guess I can't see in the darkness. And the babao is currently laying into one of these like kind of acolytes, if that makes sense. And yeah, this guy here isn't doing great. I'll be honest.
Okay. I would like to cast Enemies Abound on this guy here, if possible.
Okay. Walk me through Enemies Abound.
So Enemies Abound, you reach into the mind of one creature you can see and force it to make an intelligence saving throw. A creature automatically succeeds if it's immune to being frightened. On a failed save, the target loses the ability to distinguish friends from foe regarding all creatures it can see as enemies until the spell ends. Each time the target takes damage, it can repeat the saving throw, ending the effect. And basically, like, it needs to just choose the foe at random to attack.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a DC save of 15 for intelligence.
Oh, sorry, I was just got a message there. That's no problem. He rolled a. You said an intelligence save. No, a 13.
Cool. So he now is viewing everyone as a foe.
As a foe. Okay, I'm going to give him. Let's see here. I know he's not frightened, but we're gonna give him that just so that I know that he's not himself.
And just
Perfect.
also, as well, if someone evokes a opportunity attack, the creature has to attack them as well.
Oh, okay, so he will have to attack if someone.
If
tries to run
someone,
away from him.
yeah, exactly.
Lovely. Okay, good to know. Perfect. So he is under that effect at the moment. Anything else?
Nope, that's all now.
Perfect. Okay, I will just pop this back on here. Perfect. Oh, actually, gives a little bit more like that. Okay. Brilliant. Caché, is there anything you're doing? You've bumped Gizmo in. Sorry, that was the action.
Yeah, no, I'm just, but kind of everyone's done their stuff. I'm going to kind of scoot back down again, ready for another run once it's recharged again.
One more run.
Perfect. Yeah, so this one actually, this could affect you guys actually. Yeah, we'll do that. So right after your go, Caché, as you're trying to kind of like maneuver the ship down, you feel very powerful gusts actually slam into the side of the Fyrefly, but it's also slamming into the side of the Sunwhisper. So Artrin, Gizmo, that you're in the helm, you feel it too. Everything kind of shifts with the storm. So I need I'm gonna say just a piloting check then for you, Caché. But Artrin,
Natural 20.
Oh, okay. Easily manage the ship, down underneath, even though the winds are going. You actually completely miss the Sunwhisper as it's moving a little bit out of control. I need strength saves from Gizmo and Artrin as you were in the ship.
+4 for Gizmo.
+4.
+4
Yep.
for okay.
19 for
23.
19. Oh, brilliant. Okay. The guy is prone at the moment. Do you just get disadvantage on everything when you're prone?
Prone. Restricted movement. Doesn't say anything about dex saves or anything.
Or strength
Your speed
saves?
is
Okay.
your speed is no. What's this? Yeah, no, it doesn't affect it.
Well, fine. Then he rolls normally, so he's fine. It managed to kind of grab parts of the ship to keep him there. The wolf, however, slides a bit. Kind of, it's so big though, and this room is so small. There's not much that happens. It's still within range and everything, but you kind of feel it move away from you, Archon, slightly. The people on the top of the ship. Succeed, fail, succeed, fail. Jesus. And that's a 3, that's another failure. Okay, so these guys are gonna get... One moment while I move the map again. He gets 10 feet. 10 feet. Sorry, I have to move this Fyrefly. He's gonna get 10 feet. And these guys saved. This guy saved. Yeah. Okay. Alright, so that's the weather. Artrin,
Yeah.
you back in here, and now we'll get Gizmo. Bloop. Can you see okay, Gizmo?
I do.
Lovely. Okay, Artrin, you were up.
Okay. I get advantage on him because he's prone, right?
Did he go?
About?
I don't think
He
he
was
did
not
go.
prone at the end.
I don't think he took a turn, actually.
I don't. No, you're right. I'm sorry. I actually don't think he did take a turn. So, oh, sorry about that. Yeah, I forgot actually after the babao, he was supposed to go, and then it was going to top around. Sorry about that. So he's gonna stand back up. I'll just do his really fast. He is going to take. Wolf is here now with you.
I wouldn't be in the room at this point.
No, you wouldn't be in the room at this point. I do apologize about this, guys. This got a little
A lot happening.
chaotic. So yeah, I think he is going to. Yeah, he is going to use his just regular attacks. And he gets advantage because of the wolf. Well, that did fuck all. No. 11 to hit?
No.
Fine. Oh my god. 14.
14th.
That was awful. Oh god. Poor dude. Okay, well then he can only do one other thing, which is his little bonus action. So he just kind of shifts his sword to one hand, pulls out a small little bottle, drinks it, and then breathes like acid at you. This kind of like chemical that kind of sprays out in your direction. I need you to make a dexterity save, please.
Ooh, nope, that's a 9.
It's a 9. Okay, does not save, so you're going to take 7. Okay, 14 points of acid damage.
Cool.
Perfect. Lovely. So that is his go then from last turn. I do apologize. So now Artrin. Gizmo's there. Everything's there.
Okay. I will bonus action harness divine power, so I just get to
Okay.
use my. Oh no, never mind. That's I misread that completely. I don't do it.
Okay.
I will just attack him twice. Again.
Okay.
Natural 20 on the first.
For the fun of it.
24
Go on, roll your dice.
on the second.
Okay, both hit. Yeah, I'll pump a level 1 divine smite into this as well. Go right ahead.
Okay, so I roll, or I double all roll damage, right?
You double all roll damage for natural 20s, yeah.
Okay, so 34
So
doubled.
that does include your smites.
34 doubled is 68 plus 7 is 75.
Okay, yeah. How do you want to do this?
Oh,
Yeah.
nothing fancy, just gonna sword through chest.
Okay.
That was my first attack, so I'll direct the second attack at the wolf.
The wolf, okay. Right ahead.
What did I roll? Would I do a fresh roll, or?
You can keep this the other one, the 24. I think it was to hit. That does hit.
27 points of damage.
27 points of damage. All right.
That is everything I can do for now.
Perfect. Lovely. All right. Straight after you, I believe, is the wolf. So he no longer has pack tactics because this dude is a judge. But there is a resounding snarl that comes from this creature as you've just basically like executed his master, and that is 19 to hit.
19 just misses.
Just misses. Okay, well then. Doesn't look like it's backing down, even though it looks like it's very hurt. But that is its go. It only has one. Oh yeah, okay. Lovely. Anything else, Artrin? Or no, sorry, yours is done. Wolf is done. Oh god, we go back to the babao. Oh, this is chaotic. Okay. Lovely. Any directions or any things to do for the babao, or is he just gonna keep? He's leaving him.
Yeah, I'm.
Just one question. When does Gizmo go?
Gizmo is going. The guard is dead after the babao.
After the babao. Go.
Yeah.
Would I? Because he has this thing which is murderous abduction.
Are we looking at the same babao?
I think so. I'm at the. That's like when you Google babao stat sheet.
I might be looking at a different one. Hang on.
I'll share this too. I mean, I'll take whichever one is the one I'm.
Oh no, I'm totally fine to use the one that you have. I'm worried that I might be looking at the wrong one. Oh, this is a different. This looks like a homebrewed version. Okay.
Is this?
No, it's fine. I don't mind. Definitely different to what I was looking at. Murderous abduction. Babao to one creature.
Well, yours is from.
I think mine might be the old edition.
Yours is an
okay.
old edition, is it?
Amazing. So you want him to use this?
Yeah, the murderous abduction. But I'd like him to, if possible, like not teleport himself off the ship, but just like grab one of them and just like kind of drop them. You know?
Okay. So the unwilling and conscious needs to make a charisma save. Okay. Are you asking him to do it in anybody particular, or whoever's closest?
So the guy he's fighting now.
Okay.
Although we could probably just, try and knock the guy he's fighting now off the ship.
So, charisma. That's a 19. For the
So he
acolyte.
succeeds anyway.
So he succeeds.
But then he'll just do another flickering claw attack.
Makes 2 attacks. Oh, the murderous. Perfect. Okay. One of
And
which
then-
he can replace. Okay, so then he's just gonna do his flickering claws. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Oh. Do you want to roll for him?
Sure,
Let's
go
give
on.
you guys some more roll for us. So yeah, roll to hit.
Amber, I think you actually were looking at the correct one originally.
Oh, really? Where did I find
Yeah, so if you go into D&D Beyond and you go into like your extras and actually go into D&D Beyond ones, there's 2. There's one for the 2014 rulebook and one for 2024. The one you were looking was 2024.
Oh.
Yeah.
So where do I find this?
You might
Yeah.
need to do it on the PC, not your phone now.
Oh yeah, I have it. I have GDB on the PC here as well.
So go to extras and go to manage extras.
Wait,
And it's
so
gonna be-
collections?
No, just in Al's character sheet,
Oh yes. Manage extras.
and then go to summoned, and then just type in Babao, and there's 2, and select the one from 2024.
Right. Okay. I was going on.
Yeah, Monsters of the Multiverse, not Photos Guide. Yeah.
Yeah.
Monsters and Multiverse one. Got it. Add. Okay. So get that up so on my phone as well. Alright, guys.
You're fine. I'm trying to find it again. Ah, the Babao. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I only saw the Weakening Gaze, Spear and Claws.
Oh, but he has. But if he has a few spells he can do.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
Shit, nice. Okay.
So, he has used an ability there. I know we're back and forth there, but that's okay. Do you want to keep what happened, or do you want to do something different now that you've got this character sheet?
I will keep what happened. I will get him to cast Levitate on himself though.
Okay, so he's going to
So he's unaffected by the turbulence, you know.
I think he can. So if you're keeping what happened, he can only make a melee attack
Okay, well then
because
he's
he would
just
have
gonna slash.
used one of his special abilities. So he'll just do a slash. Okay.
Simon is very indecisive.
Simon doesn't know what he's doing, but he rolled a 19 plus 6, so that definitely hits. And he's gonna roll. Where's my d8? Okay, that guy didn't have much left, so he's gone. Perfect. Okay. He is dead. Babao then is going to use his movement to move towards the next one. Actually, he'll aim this way. And those have all gone. Okay. Okay. Babao has gone. Gizmo. Other map. Hang on.
Did you roll for him to keep or for me
Oh,
to see
yeah.
if he escapes my control?
He rolled a 4. Plus
still
1,
there.
so 5. No, he's still there.
Is it
Gizmo.
the wolf's looking hurt?
Wolf's looking hurt.
Okay, I might just step up and finish the job. Just take 2 hits.
Okay, take your hits.
Okay, so that is a dirty 20 to hit.
That hits.
And that is 14 points of damage.
14,
damage.
okay.
Take a second hit.
Looking definitely hurt.
That is a 26 to hit.
And that hits.
And that is 15 points of thunder damage.
Alright, how do you want to do this?
Ugh, well, it's thunder damage, so I think just the run comes in, the first hit just is right underneath the belly, and it's just a forceful impact that drives up into the air. And then I think it's just kind of a half a swing in midair, the pulse goes off, just setting the wolf spinning off to the side, kind of breaking its neck.
Oof, alright. You do that, the big wolf like tumbles into one of the tables that was covered in maps and scrolls and kind of like slams against the wall of the ship and then slumps to the deck dead. So I don't know where my blood. There we go, blood. Blood.
And And then that's my action thing, but I'm gonna just like run up towards the seat and just kind of like get a idea of how this steers and if there needs to be any intervention quickly to avoid it crashing or whatever.
Okay, perfect. Make a investigation or arcana. I'll let you decide.
I'll go with Arcana. Why not? That is a can't add. 16. No, 17.
17. It appears that the ship is currently in a kind of cruise control setup.
Excellent.
There is power coming from the engine room, but there is no means of being able to muster control from it. It is like set in a cruise control.
Less excellent. Okay. Right. Well, I can't do much else on my turn. Bonus action. Oh, I'm gonna drop concentration on reduce.
Okay.
So he's back to normal size now. This room.
Suddenly, Caché, the armored Kael'Voss just becomes big again.
Wait, what? That's weird. I should look at that. Yeah, I think that's everything I'm gonna do for my turn for the moment.
Okay. Perfect.
I suppose I'll ask. Actually, I'll ask Artrin. Can you still tell where the dragon is from here?
Yeah. Locate object should still be up. I haven't cast any concentration spells.
Yeah, I think there's no concentration. So yeah.
Oh, well, it is.
Yeah, it is.
I'd actually need to
Go
make a check, wouldn't I?
You would have
damage.
actually taken damage. Yes. So you were hit twice, I believe.
Yeah, one for 23 points damage.
I think so. Yeah.
That'll be a DC 11.
Is it con save or con check?
Save.
Save.
Okay, that's better.
Good.
Okay, 25 on the first, 13 on the second.
I think the 13 passes too. I think it needs to be 10 or above,
Okay.
depending on the damage. But I don't remember what the damage was. So.
Damage or 10.
Was it more than 20?
First one was, but I rolled 25 for the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The second one didn't. I don't remember, but I think it was still 20.
If the second one was less than 20, then yeah, it's fine.
DC 10. It's fine.
If it's less than 26, it's
Go on.
So, where you're feeling the egg come from is on the complete opposite side of the ship
Of course.
and down.
And down. Okay. Yeah, it's at the back of the ship and under where we are, Gizmo.
Okay. Actually, in that case, I'll take a bonus action because I actually didn't cast a spell. I will cast Expeditious Retreat on myself.
Okay, perfect.
And I will now, because that's me bonus action dash as well, so I'll go up and check the door.
Okay, I'm gonna go check the door.
Yeah.
Lovely, because as you step towards the door, you are enveloped by what appears to be just different floating, like spectral creatures that seem to just be pouring in through the cracks of the door. I need you to make, I believe it is. So you're stepping into. Do I not? No, there it is. Wisdom saving throw for me, please.
Oof. Oh, 22.
Oh, okay. So you will take half.
I rolled well.
So 15 halved is 7. Rounding. So you take 7 points of necrotic damage.
Okay.
As the door opens, and someone was like literally at the door. They look a little bit sleepy-eyed and disheveled. They're not fully dressed either. They look like they kind of threw on some robes and hands out, ready to fight. They're surrounded by these swirling mists of arcane energy.
Okay, can I then, with the rest of my movement, just take a slight step? I can't move with the thing
No,
now, just
sorry.
to the left.
Here, let me just let me just move it.
Yeah.
And I
Just
think
say, like-
in Spiritual Guardians you are halved speed. Yeah. Just so you know.
Okay. I think that's okay. I'm just going to decide, still saying his range, but just giving room for Artrin to get to him next
Get
round.
close. Perfect. So you just stay there?
Yes, that's better.
Lovely. Okay, it is the Acolyte's turn.
Oh, I suppose I need to make a con save for the Expeditious Retreat.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, 16, so yeah.
16. Okay, okay. Lovely. This individual Acolyte is going to make it ranged to attack. I think it is. Oh, yes. 24 to hit, Artrin.
24 to hit.
Okay. D6. Let's find any of the dice I need. He is going to upcast this. So it's up higher. Yeah. So. Sorry, guys. This all went a bit tits up. So we're on the fly. And I think, yeah, he'll do it at that. So you're going to take 19 points of radiant damage as he casts Guiding Bolt at you.
Okay.
And the next attack roll has advantage. And he is just going to move in. So, Artrin, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw now, too.
25.
25 saves. We'll use, let's see here. Again, where's the D? Halved, 7 points of radiant damage. And your movement is halved, so that is everything happening in the helm at the moment. Whew, okay. Back to here. Top of the round. Caché. Haytrix, Al.
Rinse and repeat.
Oh, God. Sorry, Caché.
Pop my Goliath friend in.
Okay, alright. I will get him on the map as well now, so he is now here. Lovely. Okay.
And
Still there.
then kind of hover up a little bit, so if any of my ranged friends want to do anything.
Perfect. Anything with your bonus action?
Nope.
Nope. Okay, perfect. Lovely. Al, Haytrix.
Yes.
You doing
Just
anything?
like to cast Toll the Dead on
Toll of the Dead. Okay.
anyone I can see.
You can see 3 people at the moment.
Okay. Do any of them
Oh,
look
4 or
hurt?
5 actually. Yeah.
Like one that looks hurt.
Okay. At the moment, not really. No. So
Over this guy.
that guy
The
there.
spirit
Okay.
guardians,
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Roll to hit.
So it's a wisdom save.
Okay. wisdom save. So why do I roll so terribly when I don't want it to? That's a 12.
Doesn't that fail?
Okay, so it's gonna have to roll to keep
That is
your hands up.
3d12
Just about.
damage.
Where's our music? Music has dissipated.
15 damage.
15 damage. Lovely. Whoa. Minus.
And I'll just tell Simon to keep doing what he's doing best.
Simon says, okay. So, yeah.
Okay.
Lovely. Haytrix?
Haytrix is gonna cast Mind Thrust on this guy here, if possible.
Okay.
So he needs to make a... Is it intelligence? Sorry, I read it like 4 times and I'm after forgetting. They need to make an intelligence saving throw. What is the DC? Sorry.
It'd be your DC.
Oh yeah, DC 15.
DC 15? Okay, he rolled a 12.
Okay. So... Takes half, is it? Oh, sorry. Okay, so they take 3d6 psychic damage.
Okay.
So that's 9 points of psychic damage.
9 points, okay.
And on their next turn, they can only choose either to move, take an action, or a bonus action.
Okay, so they're kind of slightly feebled, almost.
Yeah, so they can only do one of those 3 things. They can't do...
Got it.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's it for myself.
That is for you. That's everyone. So there's 3 people on the ship. Yep. On the Fyrefly, and then there's 3 people inside the Sunwhisper. Fyrefly just went to the weather. Yeah, that makes sense. Why wouldn't it be that one? We're gonna do the lightning strike one. So Caché, I need you to make a piloting check against the DC of this lightning strike, of these lightning strikes. Haytrix, if you want to do an engineering check to complement that check, I'll make the DC a bit higher then.
31. Natural 20.
Okay.
24.
Jeez, alright, well you guys easily avoid, and I'd say at that point with those high rolls you don't take any lightning damage at all. 3 of you are in the ship, so it is just the knights. So, okay, we need dex saves. So, first 2. Save. Fail. Dragonbone Knight. Fails. That guy's dead. Why can't I move? The Babao. Failed. Knight failed. And succeeds. Okay, so these guys are gonna take 28 points of lightning damage. This is I think that's right. I think that's the amount. Hang on. Did that go right? Why did you just do that? Hang on.
The bow has lightning resistance.
Oh, good. Okay. 10. It's supposed to be 10. 6, 10. And then this guy succeeded. This guy's gonna take minus V8. And then this guy. It was this guy who failed. 28, 37, and the Babao has lightning resistance,
Yes.
so he's gonna take. Oh, Chris, help me. Half a 28.
14.
Thank you. DM is getting tired. 80. Perfect. Okay. So that is that go. We now come to Artrin.
Okay,
In the other.
Into the ship.
I need to roll for Kael'Voss. He's going after Gizmo.
I'm going to bonus action. No, I'm not. Never mind, because I want locate object. 2 swings at this guy.
Okay.
Uh, 16 on the first,
16 just hits.
and 22 on the second.
Yep, they hit.
First one does 35 points of damage.
Okay. Did you use a smite?
No, this is just the black flames.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
that's a black flame. That's right. Yeah, yeah.
And second one
Jesus.
does 33 points of damage.
Cool. How do you do this? Jesus, you're ripping through these guys.
Cut him down.
Oh my god. Okay.
Moving on.
Cut him down, moving on.
Actually,
Body flump to the side.
I'm cautious about this thing Kael'Voss told us about the weapons. This guy had some
Okay.
pretty nice armor. Does he have anything that would stick out to me as fitting the description?
The knight
The
here.
knight, yeah.
I'd say make a perception or investigation check.
I have advantage on perception, so I'll do that. 16.
16. I would say what you see on this knight in particular is nothing out of like the ordinary. He's got a simple +1 longsword. Nothing stands out as extremely magical, if that makes sense.
Okay, well, I might as well yank the sword, and I'll just move.
Okay, so you take the sword.
Yeah.
Perfect. If we're okay, can we pause for just one moment?
Yep.
We could potentially be getting to a nice little spot to stop the game, but I'd say 10 more minutes, if that's possible. Would that be okay with everybody, or do you want to cut
Yeah,
it off
that's no
here?
problem at all.
10 minutes is good.
Yep.
10 minutes is okay? Okay. We might play a little bit with initiative, because for a little bit of role play, just slightly. So the 3 of you are still going to be up flying around, if that's okay. So we're going to kind of do like 6 seconds. We're going to break it into 2 teams now. So Artrin, Gizmo, let's have you as a team on Artrin's initiative.
Mhm.
So you 2 can move together, and Kael'Voss, so the 3 of you can move together, and then you guys move together, if that's okay.
Yep.
And I'll just kind of roll in the background, and we'll be getting hit points knocked down, if that makes sense. Does that all sound okay?
Yep.
Okay. You guys can let me know if you're doing special things and stuff like that, but yeah. So in this kind of slight moment, so think of it as you only have a few seconds between you, like, to be moving, okay?
Yep.
I don't want to do anything on. I just want to keep like firing out like small cantrips, but until the Babao dies. At that point, I want to do something. But if it's not time, yeah.
Perfect. Okay, I will keep that in mind then, if that's the case. Caché, are you bamfing anybody else, or is you're keeping now at kind of a distance, or where are you kind of keeping the ship?
I'm kind of going to zoom up and down, keeping an eye on what's happening and allowing people to do what they need to do.
Perfect. You know what I might actually? And I apologize in advance, but I actually think this could be good. I would like Miguel, Seb, and Jane to drop off for the rest of the game.
Okay.
Because technically you don't know what's going on.
We don't see what's inside
And
the
I would
ship.
like to
Yeah.
keep Chris and Adam with me.
Okay.
Okay.
Wow.
Have fun, boys.
So love you
Alright.
all, but
See you
goodbye.
later.
Bye.
Mind yourself.
Okay.
Don't crash.
Bye.
Yeah.
Very well.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Huh?
Ooh, intimate.
Yeah.
Mm.
Jane is fake crying in the background.
Oh, I feel bad
Yeah.
because I know they didn't really get to do much, but that was amazing. But yeah, okay. Let me just. Oh God, where did I put it? We're just gonna calm the music slightly. This is still going to be happening very quickly. Okay, so I don't
Yeah,
want
for
the
sure.
intensity to go away, but I'm gonna drop the music a little bit so we can hear each other and talk. 3 individuals are dead. The ship itself is rocking back and forth. The storm is still heavy, but there's a bit of encloseness while being in here. Gizmo, what you notice immediately with Kael'Voss is he's like, oh, he's looking around. He's kind of like, okay, let's get to going. If you stay close to me, you'll get some bonuses similar to your friend, I think. He's saying to you, Gizmo.
We should move as a group then.
Yeah, I think it's through here. Do you see this hatch? And you actually see that there is a hatch behind the, basically the pilot's chair. He's like, I think this goes to where we need to go. I don't think we have time to check everything else.
Let's just get it and go. And if the rest of the plan goes okay, we'll have time to check later.
Okay. Yeah, Artrin, are you coming?
Yeah.
Opens the hatch, kind of motions.
I will jump down first
Okay. Jump down first.
and quickly scan around.
Whee!
Go ahead.
So. You sure?
Yeah. I got your back.
Okay. He kind of puts his hands down and crawls down the ladder. And Gizmo, I'll move you slightly.
Mhm.
Whee! Okay.
Yep.
Arching, you head down? Or
Follow
you
down,
stay-
yeah.
You're gonna go down. Okay, perfect. Perfect. So the 3 of you are now in this, again, small, confined space of the engine room. Gizmo, it's pretty clear as soon as you step down into the space that... Hang on, I just gotta get to the engine room. There we go. There's definitely some kind of force protecting the engine itself. And now it's kind of in your mind, you're kind of going from your last roll with looking at how the ship is running and the autopilot kind of setting. It's because something is blocking the core itself, just set to move forward, basically. And Kael'Voss kind of looks at the engine and looks at the there's kind of a door at the very end of this engine room leading further in. There's not a lot of useful items. Maybe Gizmo, for you, you're kind of like, oh, there's a few tools and like bits and pieces around, but there's not a lot of like weapons or anything. You do actually see, you turn around, Gizmo, and there is a few pile of like kind of like guns. Again, none of you really do much with guns, but there's a few pistols, long range rifles. But yeah, that's kind of what you're seeing in this room. What would you like to do?
You know the way, Artrin. You can sense it. Do you want to take point, or
Yeah,
I
sure.
can lead it front? You can guide me.
No,
Up to you.
I'll take point. Amber.
Mhm.
There's just something in the back of my mind. Can I make an insight check on Kael'Voss?
Of course.
I want to know. I'm trying to kind of gauge how did he automatically know? Oh, there's a hatch here. We need to go down here.
Okay.
I'm feeling
So roll your
suspicious.
insight check. Okay.
I get a +1 because of my armor. Is that right?
You do indeed, yeah. And you also get a little bit of a bonus on...
I trust this man complicitly. Or
Mm.
yeah.
Okay. No.
That's fine. Yep.
Seems on the level.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay, I will. I'm assuming
Go
this
towards
is
the door.
the way, right?
Yeah. And Kael'Voss will kind of be looking at the engine. What's that about? Do we need to be worried about that? Or
It's just kept stable, and we won't be able to do much with altering the ship's flight path or speed, but right now that's not important.
are we not
security egg.
worried with the? I mean, we killed the pilot up above. If this ship gets close to Manira,
That's why we need to move quickly.
okay.
I'm gonna open the
All
door.
right, you going in? Open the door.
Oh,
And
God.
there is a man waiting for you. I immediately close the door. No.
I guess no hesitation. I'm just gonna step in.
Okay. There is a stench of rot and death in this cargo hold. Old bones and broken blood vessels. As you move your way inside, a man lounges in a comfy chair, balding with a very well-kept beard. Two almost like kind of strange arcane lights dance next to him, almost providing this kind of shimmering protection, it seems. And then there is one single knight clad in their dragonbone armor. Oh, sorry, hang on, let me listen here. Kael'Voss will come join you as well. This man that leans and lounges in the chair. At long last, you found me. And Kael'Voss will step forward. This has gone on long enough, Pyra. Now, give me back the egg. Egg? Do you mean the draconic spawn? No, sadly for you, you are too late. I have already sealed the soul of the creature inside. My work is nearly done. Soon the egg will be stone. The mage kind of looks at you, Pyra, there, Artrin, and cocks his head slightly. I understand what you mean. He looks just like his wretched mother. Does a 25 hit you?
25 hits me.
What?
So that is... I thought I should have rolled this before. But... 21 points of damage as Kael'Voss runs his longsword through the back of you.
Fucking knew it. God damn it.
Long live Emberfall.
Fucker!
Fucker.
That's
I
where-
knew. Fucking knew it. I was like, no.
Motherfucker.
He just all of a sudden knows where to go. No, fuck this guy. I knew
Yeah,
it.
that was
Fuck
fucking
it.
stupid.
And that's where we'll end tonight.
Fuck!
God damn it.
Why? Why? Why did Razlir set the... Razlir!
Blame Al. This is all Al's fault.
Fucking Al. Ah.
Sorry, he knows your wretched mother.
Whatever that means. I don't.
Whatever the hell that means.
This is gonna be good. This is a 2-on-3.
Oh, I'm...
Yeah. And the group has no idea. So I'm already thinking for next game, we might No, actually, no, because they'll still be doing stuff.
Mm.
How the hell do we do this?
That's for next week to find out.
I'll have to think about it. Very, very good. Well done, guys. And I will sign us off. Thank you all so much for joining us, and we will see you in the next episode.
Trust anyone. No one ever.
Just no one.
Just no one.
You even cast Hunter's Mark on him before. Do you remember that? Because you didn't trust him, Gizmo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck's sake.